All right, welcome back, Rudy, Alpha Investments. So normally, I make a video. I do like market updates, sealed market, single cards, and I've been trying to still cover. There's so many news topics and things, and I'm already pumping out videos every day. I mean, I've been averaging 50 to 55 videos a month, and I'm still trying to keep up. I have a list of things that I don't even get to. I have to cross off. So today, look, I know everybody feels like a hero right now. I feel like a cool kid. And you know I'm not a cool kid. Rudy will never be. I'm like the creepy loser guy. I'm not part of the cool kids. We know that. Trust me. But when everything's going up in value and you think you're hot stuff, you know there's something wrong, everybody. There's just something that's off. Because I'm sorry, but like, I got this stuff. I'm looking at these prices. Pokemon. Are you kidding me? I'm looking at video games, retro, vintage games, NES, PlayStation, PS1s, 2s, Nintendos. Like, I'm looking at even like the Yu-Gi-Oh! The original boxes. Have you seen the prices like now compared to a year ago or 5 years ago? I mean, just even in Magic, vintage reserve list cards. They're not dropping anymore. Sealed product. Have you seen the price? I just sold 3 weeks ago 100 cases of Rivals of Ixalan to patrons, and I actually raised the price. I was charging $99 a box, and I thought that was kind of, I didn't think it was really going to sell much. That's why I was like, we'll leave that with some other choices. And now, Rivals of Ixalan 3 weeks later is like $150 plus tax on like eBay TCG Player. And I'm sitting here going, I'm sorry, box prices don't go from like 110 eBay to 150, 160 in 3 weeks. You don't have 30, 40% appreciation in a couple weeks. And I'm seeing that with Dominaria. I'm seeing that with Amonkhet. Has anybody seen the prices of English boxes of Amonkhet? Like, what in the world? Now I'm seeing Avacyn Restored cracking $300 a box. Dominaria is finally on the move again. I mean, I'm seeing so much movement in just newer product and the old school product. Vintage cards, collector's edition cards, reserve list cards, Invoke the P, the cards that are dangerous and evil, the cards that are just literally trickling up in the Commander EDH, the Grim Monoliths, and the Cradles. I mean, we're having what I like to call a full ocean rise moment. And the problem with these moments is it gives people a false sense of success. It brings in new investors because it feels like easy money that anybody can do it. And when you have that, that's usually when things get a little iffy. Because simply put, you can take a dart on a dartboard, you can throw it, and you can buy any sealed product or any reserve list, any form of anything. You can buy some Therese Nielsen artwork, you can buy some, original Force of Wills from Alliances, you can get yourself some Grim Monoliths, Cradles. Oh my god, have you seen, what was the Drake, Gilded Drake or something? From Urza Saga? The Tolarian Academies. The Sarah Sanctum? I mean, anything. And everything's going up. And everybody just feels like they're hot stuff. Everybody's the Wall Street bets of Magic the Gathering. Everybody's successful. We're all pros. Right? Is that what we're supposed to think? And I don't think that's the case, everyone. I don't think suddenly, Rudy got lucky on the Rivals of Ixalan example, and the price went up, and everybody who bought it for 100 made 50%. I don't think it was, I feel like, to me, this all feels like inflation. It doesn't feel like appreciation. It feels like inflation across the board and everything. Like, just, I'm seeing it with all, like, I get so many messages on Pokemon. I'm sorry, everybody. I know everybody keeps asking about Pokemon. The patrons, the messages, and other channels have been bringing it up. I haven't gotten to it the way I should be. Because you guys remember. I mean, oh my, I'll show you here. You know what? Here, I'm going to go get that. Here, look at this. Look at this. Hang on. I'm coming. Seriously. Literally a year ago, I just bought these Pokemon boxes. I think I paid $1,000 for, I don't even know the name, Gym Challenge First Edition box, okay? I paid, this is English Base Unlimited. I think I paid, oh God, I don't even know, $2,000, $1,500? And then I've got 3 base set 2 non-first editions, right? Non-first editions. And those were like $800 a box. And now people send me offers on eBay for a base set from like $800 a box. And people are like, hey, Rudy, will you take $5,000 instead of your $6,000 or $7,000? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't, it's the same thing with the Yu-Gi-Oh boxes. It's the same thing with the video game. I'm seeing it with reserve lists. I'm seeing it with just EDH legacy staples, commander, slap this, that. I'm seeing it in every category. There's no set position. Year of the commander, across the board. When everything moves up a lot, to me, that's not price appreciation in a couple month period. This is literally like the government printing billions and trillions of dollars. Was it trillions? I think it was trillions. Was it billion? No, it was trillions, right? Printing and just handing out money, and people writing benefits and checks that people are just spending, or they're at home and bored. Maybe they're dumping in collectibles, or the stock market's going straight back up. NASDAQ's hitting all these highs and records, this and that. And I just don't know how much is actual just like wealth and appreciation versus almost an inflation adjustment. And I'm not going to get into the details of why this market or this stock or this investment or this it's really irrelevant. The point of this video is that across the board, whenever I see a situation where everything goes up a lot, to me that's kind of concerning. Because it's not sustainable. It's going to lure people in who are saying, oh my God, did you see, I don't know, the Gaia's Cradle. Some people call it Gaia's Cradle, the Cradle. You know, Rudy, I'm thinking about investing a bunch. I'm going to buy 100 copies at $300 to $400 a card because it's going to go to 1,000. Okay. And the other side of the coin, Rudy, I'm going to buy every Rivals of Ixalan box now under 200 because they're going to be $500 boxes. Like, it starts to create this very euphoric, very FOMO. It's just, I'm sorry, it's just a little much. And like in the Pokemon thing, like I don't want to focus on one thing too much. I'll do another video that we can go into more in-depth conversation. But even Pokemon, like literally, like I had someone email me, asked to buy a case of XY Ancient Origins because they saw it in my bathroom video because I got pissed off because no one would buy it from me 3 years ago when I was offering it to patrons in addition to Magic. And I had all these Ancient Origins and Primal Clash and Roaring Skies for $79 a box. They wouldn't sell. I ran a clearance for like $69 a box, and nobody would buy them. I got pissed. I threw them all in the bathroom. It's been 4 years. And now, I'm sitting here, I go on eBay, and there's a box of Ancient Origins from XY Pokemon, $250 a box. How does an item that I can't even sell for $75 go up 350% in a 9-month period now? In the last 9 months, it literally went from nobody wants it to just like insane price adjustment. Like, where did all the product go? There was tons of it everywhere, and it all just disappeared. It's like Iconic Masters. We went from every store's got piles of Iconic Masters. It was in Walmart and your local Amazon bathtub dealer. It was down there at the Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, and they had Iconic Masters with every Ferguson 2000 toilet and every single box of... You get the idea. It was just... Like, how did we go from that? Iconic Masters were literally being used in people's gardens. That's what I did with them. I didn't know what else to do with it. To they're just gone. And now I'm seeing with Pokemon. There were so many Roaring Skies, the price was never going to go over $70. There were so many Primal Clashes and Ancient Origins and Evolutions, this and that. I struggled to sell them for $79. And now everything's $100, $200, $300 a box? It's insane. It's completely just mind-numbing. So, that, I mean... Let me get the video game stuff. Hang on. I'm going. So, here. You guys, those of you around, like literally 6 months ago during the holidays, I made a video about like one of my mail time things, which I haven't been doing in a while. I've just been behind. I got mail stacked everywhere. It's dumb. And I literally was telling you guys how I like all kinds of rare, bizarre games, and one of my favorite NES games is Fact Xanadu. You guys, you know, I do retro NES, Zelda, and Wall Street Kid, this and that, Metroids, and old Final Fantasies, blah, 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 Castlevanias. And one of the games I bought 6 months ago was Rule of Rose on PS2. Random game. It's like a Silent Hill survival horror, but it's got stupid, annoying mechanics and attributes that'll drive you crazy. But it's just a low-print, bizarre, unique niche market game. And it's got a unique feel to it. And the point was, I remember I made a video and people were like, Rudy, you paid $220 for this? Yeah. I wanted a complete, like, mint condition. Look, I even saved the paper on there, $225. And I wanted a mint book and a disc with no scratches or anything. So I bought this during the holidays. And everybody was like, Rudy spent $225 on a game for PS2? I said, well, yeah, but it was like $250. It was like 10% off eBay. And now someone messages me the other day, a patron's like, hey, Rudy, you saw that Rule of Rose game you were talking about you want to play? In 6 months, that's now a $500-$600 game. And I was like, this is $500 to $600 now? Like, again, to me, this all feels like inflation. It just feels like we're experiencing inflation. Don't believe me? Go to your local drive-thru or restaurant or cafe or bar or anything that's actually open or made it through 2020 or didn't get destroyed or vandalism or the virus situation or, I don't know, solar eclipse. I don't know, the Tesla from space came down. I don't know, Pluto got mad. We didn't make it a planet. Survived everything that's happening. And if you look at it, like even their food prices are up. Everything. Price of a taco at Taco Bell has jumped 10-20% in the last 12 months. Across the board. Like, across the board, everything is pushing up in price. And I know some of you out there are just super pumped because you spec'd or you invested and collected, I don't know, a collector's box of Ikoria, and you made 30%. You bought a case of Ikoria, you're up maybe $500 in what, 60 days, 90 days? I mean, it's awesome. It's a good euphoric feeling, and you feel really good about yourself, and it gives you that taste of, I don't want to say like the gambler's fallacy or a game. It gives you that taste of that money and that investor mind. It makes you want to put the cufflinks on, the old Rudy's 80s suspenders, and it makes you want to be a cool kid. But the problem is, it's just, all of this just feels off. Like, I mean, it's great. Hey, all real asset classes, which are usually stocks, usually inflate. And of course, real estate collectibles tend to be, commodities or cryptos or whatever you want to call it. They tend to inflate real assets. I mean, I get it. But I don't think this stuff it doesn't feel right. When I see a box of 6 months ago, Amonkhet was all over eBay for $89. And now everybody's just saying anything Amonkhet under 200 is great. Anything, if you got Rivals, Rudy, under 150, that's great. I mean, it just feels too dramatic to me. I almost want to say maybe it feels like 2017 FOMO reserve list boom and bust, but this one's different because it's not one category. It's across the board. We're seeing all the asset classes. I mean, I looked up some of these video games you guys have seen in some of my intros and things, and sealed Diablos or World of Warcraft sealeds and all these old things I collected years ago for, I don't know what I paid, like $80 for a big World of Warcraft collector's edition. All the expansions were like, I think $99 a piece or something. And I thought they looked cool on a shelf. When I got my PS1 games, a little original Alundra, an Einhander, Parasite Eves, and, Urguys, no one's even going to know what that is. And I bought all these sealed extra copies for like $30 a game. And now I'm seeing some of these sealed games for between like $100 and $500 and $600 a game. It just feels a little dramatic. When I bought sealed copies of Secret of Evermore and Secret of Mana, or Secret of Mana for some of you. I just was a big fan of old school Squaresoft, and I liked the old Secret of Mana and Evermore sequel, even though everybody hated Evermore sequel. But, I bought sealed copies of these things for like, I think Secret of Mana was a couple hundred, and Secret of Evermore was like $90. And, same thing with Earthbound and all these other Super Metroids and Symphony of the Nights. And I just don't know where this is headed, everyone. Because 2020, people are just so much on edge anger. People don't want to talk about things. People are aggressive. People are angry. People are on edge. There's just a lot of tension. And a lot of people don't care about any of the things I'm talking about. They're just in the moment. 2020 changed the world, and just the anger and hatred is just flowing out there. And I don't know where all this is going to lead. The only thing I can tell everybody is I feel like when the dust settles, there's going to be a new landscape. And that's going to apply to Magic, the sealed boxes, the reserve list, and the banned artists. Apparently, I've been hearing rumors about some other dude this time that something about some letter he wrote. I don't know what the heck. I don't even know who he is. And apparently there's just all these news things coming out, and there's a lot of swings in the market. But I've never seen a time, Even after the crash of '08 and '09 and 2010, I never saw such a reinflation of asset prices in every category. Even in real estate here in Florida. I mean, the prices, not only did they really maybe drop for maybe a month during the virus thing, but everything is up and going higher. I'm seeing that with everything. And it does concern me because the average person's not getting a wage increase. They're not getting, extra additional income on their W-2 or 1099. So you're going to create a larger and larger disconnect. And what I like to call that digital divide, that wealth that got, that alligator mouth, as you slide the timeline, is going to become a lot wider. So that's all I have. I'm done rambling and talking today. But man, I just $500 to $600 for a game, not even sealed. It's just what a time to be alive.